The National Basketball Association and the Dallas Mavericks are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gesture, hindering the important part of the play. Spectators engaging in any such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. Thank you.
Tickets are still available for the next game, so purchase your tickets today. Visit the ticket counter for available games or sign up for Maverick season tickets today.
Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for calendar day. What better way to pass the game than with pictures of your favorite mascot, Mavsman, and the Mavericks dancers.
Now, we want you to join us for future Mavericks home games. Just stop by the ticket booth or visit us online to learn more. Fans, at this time, direct your attention to center court for the awards ceremony. Make some noise for the NBA champion, your Dallas Mavericks. The head coach is Jason Kidd.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the guard pair. It's George and Sexton. Walker Kessler is out there with Edwards, and it's Markkanen in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Mavericks, we've got Irving. Davis is out there with Derek Lively. It's Mr. Fundamentals, and it's Marshall in at the small forward position. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start this season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
All right, let's hand it over to David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. Well, this team is coming off their championship season, led, of course, by MP. But he's not letting that coast over into this season. MP told me it's a new season, and we're not letting up. We're just as hungry for that next ring as we were for the first. Guys?
Now you can tell, DA, sounds like MP is ready to do it all over again. Sexton with it. To the middle. Out to Edwards. Outside, Sexton. And the layup's good off the glass. Sexton's got his team on the board to start the game for Utah.
And he is just an explosive athlete. Sexton not at all fazed by the contact.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Marshall. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Hook it off the crossover. It was a storybook ending for MP's rookie season. Greg, winning finals MVP, so special.
And Kevin, I'm not sure how you top that, but we'll see what MP has up his sleeve for his sophomore campaign.
Here's Sexton after the made shot for Mr. Fundamentals. Clock at 6, and here's George for 3, and no good that time. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Mavericks. You know, talking to Keontae George, he credits film watching for much of his success. I like that kind of element he brought up.
Yeah, they say he also spends a lot of time talking to veterans on the team, seeks advice from them and coaches. He's a real student of the game, and that has helped speed up the process for him.
Boy, a guy like that, coach, has got to be fun to coach.
Yeah, those are the guys you're looking for. Yeah, they want more playmaking from Markkanen. That's the next step in his game.
Irving looking for an opening. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Irving. A miss that time would have put him up. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They get it back on the wing, Irving. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Some of the fastest hands in the league right now. Kyrie knowing he has to get rid of it.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. George passes to Kessler. Sexton with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis. So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Utah here with the ball. And George kicks to Edwards. Back to George. Here's Kessler. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Clock at 4. Markkanen sets the pick for Sexton. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. A pass to Mr. Fundamental. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now, here is George. Hasn't made one yet. To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton for three. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Asserting himself at the arc. Sexton saw his shot and took it without fear.
Irving for three. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here is George. Markkanen from outside. Sinks the triple.
Markkanen is a shooter. Comes right back down to answer the three on the other end.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Marshall. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. It's in. It's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
To the inside. Here's Sexton. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Count it. And that's now 9 points for Mr. Fundamentals. What an incredible first year for MP. Named to the all-rookie first team.
And last season, MP was one of the very best rookies. In this second season, the expectation is that he continues to grow his game.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. It's stolen by Edwards. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Filipowski. Collier out there with Edwards. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard spot.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Gray lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Gafford. The kick out to Irving. A pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Another shot. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jazz trail by 7. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Filipowski. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, 11 points in the game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
At the elbow, it's Markkanen. On the wing, Markkanen. Over to the left wing. Sensabaugh, and the 3 ball is good. Sensabaugh has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Mr. Fundamentals in a strong finish with 2 hands.
I like the selfless approach from Kyrie tonight, doing whatever he can to help his team.
Swiped it away. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys. And MP continuing to climb that ladder. Great last season, making it to second team All-NBA.
And the work is not done, right? It's all steps in the journey. And Kevin, being regarded among the top 10 players in the league, that is nothing to sniff at.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Can't cash in from close range. Jazz trail by 8. Here's Sensabaugh. Another miss by Utah.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
For Utah, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Sensabaugh's got 6.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
A different look for Dallas. Davis is checked in for P.J. Washington. Marshall comes in for Christie. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kyrie Irving. And, Coach, you watch Markkanen. He's a perfect fit for today's NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, a big guy who can shoot the ball, Kevin. And, look, he's learned to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket. He's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. This guy can really play the game.
Here's George after the made shot for Mr. Fundamentals. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Edwards. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Jazz trail by 9. Now, here's Sexton. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Edwards. Sexton against Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Sexton, no good. Dallas leading by 9. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Up and in on the layup. Mr. Fundamentals got 12 now in this quarter. Well, last season, what a start to MP's career. Coming out on top of his rookie class.
And the adjustment to the NBA game seemed minor for MP. The speed is very different than the college game, but he put in the work and understood his assignment coming in. Very impressive. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Markkanen after the made shot for Mr. Fundamentals. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
24 seconds left in the second quarter. And the shot is good. Mr. Fundamentals got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
And George drops them both. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's got 25. On the wing, Davis. No good on the triple. That'll do it for the first half. It's Dallas. They're up by 11. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And taking a look at Utah, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Dallas Mavericks.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this game. He's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They've got Mr. Fundamentals. Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then there's Irving. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and such a nice move to make the basket work. Mr. Fundamentals got 27. And you may have heard MP being named All-NBA once again.
Still looking for that first team nod, but truthfully, he cares most about helping his team win games, and it is nice to get recognized for all the hard work he's put in. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Pass to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lively's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Got that one up quick. 30 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Edwards with it. He's guarded by Davis. Edwards kicks to George. And Sexton has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Edwards. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the 3rd quarter.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 32 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Markkanen. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Rips it home after the terrific move.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. That is his first foul of the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. George passes to Markkanen. Now Sexton. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, defended by Sexton. 3, Marshall. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
George against Irving. Shoots the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Dallas making a switch here. Christie's checked in. George passes to Markkanen. In the corner, it's Kessler. Shot clock at 3, and that one's good, George.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, defended by Sexton. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul
is on Colin Sexton. The Mavericks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
2 minutes.
Pass to Christie. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Christie's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, that's next level stuff from AD. He draws the eyes of the defense and then locates the open man.
George looking around. Here's Sensabaugh, defended by Christie. George with no one around. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Shot by Mr. Fundamentals, no good. Jazz trail by 18. 1:07 left in the third. And it's Collier missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. 22 is their biggest lead.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. George passes to Kessler. 14 feet away. Count that one. Sensabaugh's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, that's taken full advantage of the opening. The defense probably willing to give him that one, but I like that he's capitalizing on it.
The shot from 20 feet away. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Sensabaugh. The three-pointer is right on target. Sensabaugh's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Jazz. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Mr. Fundamentals, and it's sent back by Kessler.
Oh, big Walker.
Pass to Chang. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Sensabaugh, no good. Mavericks leading by 17, and so in the game for the Jazz. They've got Chang. He's out there with Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. Tipped away. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Rebound, Utah. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Three-pointer. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got 19 points.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Irving for 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Down low. Here's Sensabaugh. And the rejection by Gafford.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul. First.
And recently, MP making a tough business decision. Signing on with the new company for his shoe deal.
And some might consider this to be a surprise, but it's evident MP feels confident making a switch like this. He wanted to shake things up, and boy, has he done it with this move to represent Nike.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich.
And someone like Sexton, well, all scorers really, they have to get points around the hoop.
Good, that's another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Sensabaugh. Kessler, a screen on Hield. Here's Sensabaugh. And the rejection by Gafford. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Davis comes in for Washington. And it's Marshall in for Buddy Hield. Edwards, he's checked in for the Jazz. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George finds Edwards. A three-pointer, no good. Dallas leading by 21. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Marshall. No good on the 3. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Sexton. That misses off the backboard. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Inside, here's Mr. Fundamentals. It's hauled in by Edwards. Jazz trail by 21. Markkanen kicks to Edwards. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you've got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
And the Jazz with possession. The Mavericks making the shot. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Sexton for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And Sexton slams it in.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Shot by Mr. Fundamentals, no good. Utah shooting 40% in the 4th. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by Lively. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 56 points for Mr. Fundamentals. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Kessler, no good. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Mr. Fundamentals.
And what stood out to me was his effort level defensively. Very active and aggressive, piling up the steals in addition to his overall floor game.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Now, here's George. Stood on the wing. Edwards with the screen, with the shot. The Mavericks pull it in.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.